There you go. Let's go. We'll have you on live on YouTube. And all we need to do now is go social stream ninja. Okay, okay. Wait, I can get my chat all sorted. And now it's gonna be stupid and refuse to find. It's just not gonna pick up my YouTube stream because it's dumb. Yep, it just refuses to pick it up because obviously it's far too hard to pick up the live stream. Despite the fact I'm more than aware that it is live, but it doesn't think so. There we go. Play hiccups. There you go. Okay. So we're going to continue doing... Oh, bugger you. Please stop doing that. Okay, we're going to continue building our oil. I was saying I did some stuff off camera. All I did off camera was... excuse me. Was build around this. Round these corners off. And now we got rails going into them. That's all I did off camera. And... I also decided I'm not going to, well, obviously, excuse me, decided last stream, so we got all the pipes here, so we now need to actually do all the hooking up. I think, yeah, I'll do hook the power over there, and meantime as well. Okay, we need to go all the way back to base so we can go grab some cables. Excuse me. I'm going to be seeing that a lot. Because we need cables and a few other things, I think. I'm not sure what the other things was. But we can find out when we're over there. Excuse me. Then around here. And it's going to come around this corner and derail, right? There we go. And time to go backwards. We get all the way back. Ideally, what we need to do is just hook this tractor up there. I'll actually repair it as well. Yeah, for goodness sake, hiccups are a pain. What can you do? We should pass. We should pass eventually. We just wait. We'll wait for that moment. And then we go back up. Back off. Okay, so I think what we need is wire, cable, and we'll see what else we need to craft the things we want, and we'll bring extra of them. Holy you. Bloody hiccups. If we hold my breath, it'll stop. Okay. Held my breath for X amount of seconds, which is, people say is supposed to help you stop hiccuping. I don't know if it's true or not. Probably won't, but you know, it's worth a try. Great. There we go. So what do we need for everything? Oil extractors. We don't need any more oil extractors. We need refineries, which is mortar, encased metal. Okay, so we need more sheeting, encased metal, and motors. We should... Motors we can't get from over here. But we should have a ton of motors anyway. We do need cable. We'll grab those. But we will grab what we know we can get over here. So we can get more of these. We need a lot of these. We also want some more wire. 10 more cables because we're going to burn through a lot of these. And what else do we need? Don't really make much of that. Grab the casings over here. Power, we need quick wire. Okay, quick wire we wouldn't have had a lot of. Any reverse. The only way to produce it is from this thing. That's only 10 power stations, which we're gonna need a lot more than 10. What we're actually going to do, we should have stuff here to make a dimensional depot. Need one water tooting. Yeah, let me just get rid of you. Because we've got more than enough screws. We don't really need a dimensional depot thing full of screws at the moment. What we will need consistently, at least for this build, will be that quick wire, but we can't do that until we get some plates, which I will grab some of these, just a few. Top floor.
Receiving fix-it elevator announcement. Personal fridges are not to be used in off-hour scientific experiments. Some of us keep our lunch in there, you barbarians.
It's called barbarians. Over 10 of these. Then we jump over here. Over here. Mark 2 there. Start uploading all that, and I think that's everything we need, right? Our rubber, I guess we can grab some rubber while we're over here. Some more wouldn't hurt. I've got some inventory slots to fill out. Alright, that's all. I guess all the rubber's already over there. Jump here and then go. Hey, off back to go. And away we go. That's the only issue of this build. Everything's all over the place, which means resource management is becoming a bit of a problem. So much traveling to do, which is not my forte, but you know, what can you do? Back and forward, back and forward, back and forward. Right, it should be all fine. We're just gonna get, if we can get all dimensional depots eventually hooked up to there, that we won't need to keep heading back. Which would be very handy. But until that moment, we're gonna keep doing it. There we go. We're nearly there. Then we're gonna get off here. And then we will just right here, next one. Get off and then just run the rest of the way there. killed you. Now to just make my way over there. Now you've got a nice long run. Oh well. Oh, what are you doing here? I already got it, never mind. Let's keep running away from you. You pose no real threat. That's where the factory comes down. The issue with Amphibious, there's a lot of water over here. I think we gotta keep swimming our way over. There you go, back onto dry land. Stay away from me, hobble bugs. Okay. What is it to be having here? Plenty of stuff. Dump all that. Take a bunch of that up. Don't need that much plastic. Okay. Now I need to figure out how much is being transported by each pipe. He doesn't tell me the flow rate. Just tells me all these are full of oil, but not how much they produce. What we will do, I think we'll do these ones first. Count on pipes max. None in the middle. Why is there none in the middle pipe? Why is the middle one not filling full of... Why is there no oil in you, Bucko? Buddy old pal, why do you have no oil? Oh, because I didn't hook up the power, that'd be why. Wait, did I seriously put away all of the wire and didn't bring it? I could have went all the way back because some genius thought, oh, let's make power lines without the cables. Ah, lovely. This is an unnecessary journey. Then we just need to figure out the required resources. The output of all of them. I think it's 260s and 120 over here. I need to find out which pipe's which. That way I know what pipe I should hook up, how many I should hook up to what, and that vice versa. So bottom is 60. Bottom 60. Bottom 60. Middle 60. Which means this should be 120, the next one, if I remember correctly. You can't do it if it jumps in water, it puts you to, there you go. Is that too far? Just about too long. This is 240. The top is 240, and the other two is 260. Okay. 60s, not 260s. Okay, let me have a look here. What's the pipe output? Oh, enough, okay. So 260, 260. No, middle is 260. 240s middle, top and bottom is 60 each. Nice. Top equals 60. Middle 40. And just do them just as abbreviations because it'll save us some typing them. B is 60. Nice. Now you have that oil pipes right. T equals 60. M equals 240. And bottom equals 60. Let me just find out of all of these. Which one's which. And then with all of this, then it should all be hooked up. I did add pumps onto these, but I think I can just turn them off. I don't think they're needed. I'm just going to turn them off while I'm here. This one is bottom, facing this one, bottom left. This is BL, bottom left. Bottom left. So bottom left equals 60. Goes from this is middle right. Middle right equals 120. Go follow these three, then okay, what ones are these? Are these they represented? What happens here? So the bottom one gets turned into bottom right, and the other two's bottom top right middle. So this is bottom left, and the other two's right middle right top. You know, can't be right. No, that can't be right. Oh, you think so? Here, okay, so this one is right. Oh, it's left middle, left top. Left middle, left top, right bottom. Okay, now just get over there and figure out which one's which. And what their outputs are. The right bottom. Right. Bottom right is bottom right equals 20, I believe. Oh, 60. Whoops, got it wrong. No, this is left middle, left top. Left middle 120. The top right. Middle left. Middle left. Middle left equals 120, I think that was. Yep. No, this is top left. Top left. Bottom left, middle left. And now top left. All is left. Well, middle left. Bottom left. Middle left. Top left. Middle right. Middle right. Bottom right. The last one is top right. And then we should be all done. And then all of the inputs are all matched and recorded. We know exactly how much they produce. $220. Up right to 220. Right to 40. Bottom left 60, middle left 120, top left 60, middle right 60, bottom right 60, top right 240. So that's a lot of oil. What's that? 60, 120, 240, 240, 360, 360. Yeah, 360. 360 plus 4, 6, 7, 660. Nice. So this is the one that we want to do. This is the right one. So top is 6, that's 60. So if we go to oil refineries. Like that. How much would one of you take to turn into fuel? $60. So that would mean this top one. Something like that. Let me just place this in here. But I said I do want to have one more. Nice, it's fueling it. Should be. Probably because it has no power. That would then produce 40 fuel and 30 polymer resin. Nice. Next one, middle. Top middle is 240, which would be 4. These plus 1, 2, 3, 4. Here's the middle. But it would seem something similar here. Maybe dismantle these and change this straight. That, and then we're gonna do same here. except you should carry on. But we need to split you. Like that. Like that. With it like that, we now need to just lower this down maybe by 2. Then just get those. And how does this work? No, it's too low, for goodness sake. Oh, this does connect just right. Now we just go boop, boop, boop. One there. One there. And one there. Nice. Then we can just give it this platform. Where's all of those? Like that. Like that. Hold on to the vertical. Hold on to the vertical. Vertical. There you go, and that then supplies all of those. It's necessary input. Now just the lower one, which is 60. Then that will just be the one. Like that. Just the singular. There we go. Like that. Like that. Like that. I just want it to be straight and hold on to the curved. Like that. Like that, and hold on to the curved here. Now that being the case, we've now hooked up all of the oil. That is all 6 refineries done. This side, well, dang it, there's really not that many here. We do need more. We've got all this oil to hook up on this side now. And now, we can more or less get rid of that. Information is no longer useful. It's just over here. So the bottom left would be this one. Let's do right. Bottom left. That's 1, 2, 3, 7 machines. Because 60 each, 120 is 2, 4. Yeah, 7. We need 7 of these. Oil extractors. Nope, wrong ones. Oil processors. Refineries, there you go. 1. Run out of that stuff. There's a reason why we grabbed so much of it. We've got plenty of that. And then we just stick another 6 of these in. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Now that should be all of the right. And then we'd never fall on this again. The rest of them. 1, 2, 3. Grab the motors this time. Great. I love running out of stuff. So much fun. Now, please say we've got some more motors. We don't. Great. Well, one short, so it's not the end of the world. But we do need more, and we're going to need a lot more because we need more power, right? We need them for power. Yep, okay. Yep, time to empty my inventory. Now let's go run. We can't make a train right. Gonna run all the way back. All the way back. That way I can make a... Oh, what is the word? Need to run all the way back so we can go grab some motors. Which will then allow us to build the last refinery. And then on top of refineries, we need a bunch for the power anyway, so... Yeah. Yeah, I'm glad I built that motor factory when I did. It's going to come massively useful. That's for sure. It's been very useful. Get all of it up and running. Boing. 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 That's the only thing that's a bit bad about the parachute. It doesn't carry momentum. Parachutes don't carry momentum, so if you pull a parachute, you lose all your horizontal speed. Which isn't entirely bad because it makes doing U-turns very easy, but it's also just a bit disappointing. Also, when I'm here, there was something I want to try out. There's a certain way to design something. Much nicer would it look if I built just out of these. A lot cleaner. Yep, okay. Good to know. First, let's check these storages. Do we have any in here? Nope. Do we have any in here? Nope. Do we have any in here? No. Okay, to the thingy-majiggy it is. That's to our industrial floor. Yep, industrial floor, here we come. Wait for the elevator. Yep, always love waiting for this. Factory floor. There you go, nice. There we go. Look at all those motors. Nice. Grab, yeah, grab as much as we can. Just means we don't have to do another trip. The less trips we need to make, the better. Plus, we'll be burning through these because annoyingly they only stack to 50, which is a very small stack size. So it's not great for transportation. But well, on our way with the goodies. Ow. And he crashed into a power line. would have been bad. Had to use a parachute there to save myself. Although I did lose my momentum. This would make for really fun. If we built a track, building a racetrack would be cool. Very cool that would be. I don't know, I think the best bet then would be the buggy. We want to use the buggies as they have the faster speed. But then also tractors could be interesting in a race. Yeah, I don't know. I think buggies would definitely have the speed over the tractors. Yeah, I think buggies would be the best choice for a race. Definitely. Damage to fixed property detected. Okay. Nobody cares. Well, actually, Fixit cares about their suit, so I'll probably get in a bit of trouble if I damage it too much. Okay, let me actually. Mate, do I? I was about to say, do I seriously not have any steel over here? Put a few of these away. Better do this way and put back what I want. Grab back what I want. I also want to grab this, 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 this. This should do me quite well, I think. I don't have any more of those because I don't think I use those because we'll need more of them if we do. Yeah, we don't. Good. We need one more of these. Okay, cool. Here you go. Let's do it at the left hand side first. The bottom left, which is. Let me actually get these hotbars. I don't keep grabbing them. That'd be 9 0 yeah 9 0 and 8. So we've been on 8. We put you. This one though can go directly in because of its nature. It can go straight in. That one's done. Middle. Okay, middle would require some foundations because this has to line up with that and like this. Where is it we need to hook up to? It needs to hook up to there, which is towards the end. There it is. Like that. And like that. And from down here into there. We can't do, but we can fit an auto in there. And then straight into that. Then top left again is just one, so we'll just stick in one of these. 1, 2, and 3. Like that. Great invalid shape. Auto 3D noodle. Horizontal vertical. Yeah, we can do it like that because it's not. Nowhere else is going to connect up to it. So I say that as it just completely messes itself up. Okay, straight. There we go. Yeah. Nice. So just after it passes here, grab all these up. that, like that, like that. And then first one's going to be a splitter. We're going to need to split this one here with 1, 2, 3, and 4. And with it like that. The top. No, why am I doing it that way? That's too high though. It just needs 2. Like that. Like that. Drop down to that one. Straight auto 3D noodle. Curve it in. Then straight. Or do we do it that way? That way, that'll do. And then like that. We bring you there. Bring you there. Then middle is just 60. That's just the 1. Then we need an extra 1 machine right here. Where's the middle actually? What's more middle-ish? Middle's more in line with the second one there. We demolish these 2 and then put 1, 2 like that. Use that 2 center, and that's the center there. How much do we have to go to power 4? Yeah. No, yeah, 4. So we need 1 more. Like there, 1 in the middle. There we can have conveyors coming in on these both these sides. Nice. Okay. What we need to do is one there, no. 1 and a 2 and this. Jump here. There you go. This is the first of 4. Yeah, and then straight auto. Then I need to like that. Auto down there. And then this one goes in this way. This way. This way. This one connect up. Yeah, we don't need you down here. Like that. Oh, can I get rid of that? Let's see if we can get rid of it. There we go. And like that. And like that. And then we can just hook all these up. Like that. There we go. Now all the oil is connected. We want to probably power these things. Would probably be next wisest choice. Let me just put one in between all of you. And that would be right there. Right there. There. Right there. We skip that one and put one right here. here, right here, right here, right here, right here, right here. That, like that, that, like that. That, that, that. That. Like that. There you go. All that hooked up. Next thing we need to do is hook that up to power. Like that to there, and to there, and remove that. And we connect you. And then we start fuel, copy, and paste, and paste, and paste, and paste, and paste, and paste, 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 and paste, 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 and paste, paste. Open. Nice. There we go. And that should all produce a bunch of fuel, of which is 40 per minute. How much does one of these use again? Was it 10? We just hook it up to the log. What does this produce power wise? Uses 20 per minute. 20, which means each station can use power 2. 1, 2, 4, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 15, 16, 17. 17 times 2. 7 is 2 sevens is 14. Plus 20, that's 37 generate. That's a lot of generating. That is a cool lot of generators. There you go. Might run out of concrete here. Okay. Fuel power station. H. Gonna give a decent bit of room in between them. So we can have generate conveyor line and pipelines here as well. Maybe just nice there, divot there. Was it 34 of these we need? That's going to be a lot. 34. Fit in. Built this far out, we can fit in how many? 5? How many can we fit in horizontally? Within reason, obviously. Go. That's like one pipe with about 2 pipes width. Then that is one. Then we have one back here. Like this. Yeah, actually I need a way to measure this. Me grab how do I normally do it? Yeah, these. Me grab 7 just so I can judge where to place it. One oddly lined. Oh, it doesn't really work. Eyeball it, I guess. Let's try this again. Copper sheets again. Oh god, I've grabbed so many of them. I'm running out of them constantly. But I will say I'm running short. Granted, I am building 1,000,001. Oh, concrete in here. We grab all the concrete I can grab. Because I have a feeling we're going to need it. There we go. Like that. What does that mean? It means I need to place these in. Yeah. And guess what? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That seems about right. That looks about. Why let me just see basis? Yeah. It's a 5 gap, okay. If it's too uneven, fix it up with a quick loop. There you go. 2, 3, 4, 5. That was it. 9 o'clock, cool. Being sure to keep track of time. Because I need to when I go get one of the dogs. Never out of rubber. Of course I've run out of rubber. Wait, we might have a really big trouble with running out of things here. Also, if we run out of rubber, there's nothing we can do about it. Then just maybe pray that we have some our new factory, because we're not actually technically producing it anymore, because where I was producing it, I replaced it for power. So yeah. And this one there. And ideally I'd like one more in here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. There we go. So it is a bit over the edge here. Okay, so what is that? How could we do? Maybe we just rip them out just so we have enough. This all fit on here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 34 divided by 8. Calculator. 34 divided by 8. So we just need about 4 per row. Which... does that work? Yeah, because it means out to here. Most will need 4 except like 0.1. So I will do that one, just get rid of all these. Just so we can try to get these to fit in a little nicer. Keep on going, nearly there. Nearly there. Come on. Come on, 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 come on. There. Then if we want 5-block gap means it wouldn't fit. 2, 1, 2, 3, 4. Then let's just place 1, 2, 3, 4. And then wait, no, gotta do this. Place it the right direction. 1, 2, 3, 4. We should then join up nicely here. Does it though? 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. And that's yes. Oh, that connects up perfectly, right? Yes, it does. Nice. So we need to then run over here. 2, 3, 4. 1, 5. So we do technically need to have it out this far. Let's loop this way. 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 This way. Loop this way. Loop this way. There we go. Nice. Now to place all these in. I don't know. I don't have enough mortars on me for this, but I got plenty in storage. Be careful, don't walk off the edge, because that would be quite bad. That wouldn't be bad, it'd just be sad. Or quite sad? I don't know. It'd be annoying, that's the word. Did I muck up the left? Yes, I did. I mucked up this positioning. Back one. I always do this somehow. I never seem to place things in a straight line. It's like a superpower. Well, is that a superpower or like a negative power? There you go. There we go. Nice. How's that look now? Too far. Way too much. Time being, we don't need these top ones. We don't need the top ones until all these bottom ones are in place. So that'd be 4, 4, 8, 16. No, 4, 8, 12, 16, 20. 24, 28, 32. Then, yeah, then what we'll do then, one's over here. And one over here. Like that. Cool. Like that. Like that. Like that. Like that. 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 Just those. No, we don't need that one there. It's just those ones. Then we're gonna do this all these more times, just until they're all placed in. At least this would give me more than enough power. I will say, I think hooking up the quick wire to a dimensional storage was definitely a good idea. It could be would have ran out by now. If it weren't for that, so I think that was the right move. Yeah, we'll take a bunch more of these. There we go. Just so we can get all this built in. There we go. Hopefully we should, well, do we have enough reason? We might run out. I think we're gonna run out of rubber before we finish. So that's, if I do run out of rubber, there's not much we can do about that. That'd be fine. It wouldn't be the end of the world. It just wouldn't be ideal. Like that. There we go. Oh, tell me. Oh, we got literally the perfect amount. Lovely. That. That. And last but not least, here. How does this look? Wow, that looks cool. All the needed power for this to run. Nice. I really like the look of that. Next, I think it's going to be to power all this on. Which we are. First order of the deal is hooking this all up to power. Hooking this all up to the power lines. I think I'll put one. Can't do it that way, we're just gonna have to keep this one. These two, then we jump two over. From there, jump here, and jump two over here. Put that there. Put that here. Then jump one. Two. And one. And two. There you go. Nope, wrong way. Need a bigger gap than that. Like this. There we go. And then get up to here. Let's get all this hooked up. The wrong one again. I need to remember it's two. Gotta make a jump of two. Now that one. This one. And it's not this one, it's on the end. Go. Grab this one. Over here. That one. And this one. Not this one. And then over here. And then one over here. And we just keep going over like this. Just like this. Like that. 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 Okay, now all these are connected up. I do not need to connect with the power, but that isn't going to work, is it? Because they're maxed out. Yes, they are. Power line. Let me just change one of which one's the middle one here. So let me just disconnect. Or can I just? I can't do that for some reason. Just go to that and build a Mark 1 here. And this connects to that. To that. And then I want you to connect up Brondle in here. That one's full. Again, we'll do the same thing here. This one connects to this one. This one connects to this one. All these should now be connected. Okay, cool. How many? Yes. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5 would be 100 fuel. Obviously, I can't really want to do it that way. How does valves work? Valves limits pipe flow, can be attached. Note has an in and out direction. Cool. So wait, but does that mean, does that stop it from going back? It might do, yeah. Okay, this is only going to be a problem for these first two, so what that'd be, how much would that be? 20, 40, 60, 80, 100, 200 here. What is the maximum flow rate of a single one? 300. So each of these produce 40, that's 40, 40, 40, 80, 80, then 220. Maybe it's close to power the bottom one. Yeah, okay. What we're gonna do is we want like there. Like there. Like there. But then we also want pipe here. Pipe here. Here. That's the inputs. That going to here. That one doesn't have to be there. That can just be like that. That can be like that. Like that. Then it's going to connect all the above. The 80, we need 120. Which means we gotta hook this up. I don't think it really gonna work there, is it? No. What we're gonna do is move this pipe. And like this. Something like this. Like that. Like that. Like that. That. Like that. That. I think we don't need that. Nice. Need one here. 80, which then goes to you. You and then you. Then we need to put all these in like that. Like that. That. That one doesn't need one. That, like that. Now these should just be 80s each, right? In here. In here. In here. And here, what is that? 4, 2, 4, yeah. 80s, that's 2 of these. Yep, and like that. Like that. Like that. 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 Like that. Maybe do it or do it this way. Maybe this way because just so we give room for the other one to come in. That. Like that. Thank you, not like that. No, there we go. Nothing there. Nothing there. And nothing there. And nothing there. Now we just gotta get this pipe working. Like that. Into there, into there, into there. And then we just want to put one into here, 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 here. That's all working. I guess you stop before. Now these will stop eventually in those pilot. So, oh, we haven't actually hooked that. Whoops. Nice. Next off, that's 30, 60. 30, 60, 120, 1, 2, 3, 4, 240, 240, and then that's, yeah, 240 plus 30, so you get these all, yeah. All smart free conveyors, I think. Let's just get all this hooked up. Like that, like that, like that, like that. Like that. Then we just like that into the sky. We just give it a nope, and then loop it that way, loop it that way. Like that. Oh, I should probably should have done these after. Technically, don't need them. Actually, I don't need to get rid of them. This will do. Like that. 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 Like that. Like that. Like that. The crossbow run. Yeah, that'll do. Next ordeal will just be get these next locked up. Could go out that way. There we go. Should do quite well. Into the train station. Yeah, it should be quite nice and easily done. Logistics, remarkable. Conveyors, that's through there. And then those can be transported out into the rail system, and then that's what we bring them back to the factory. Nice, look at that. Now that's producing a ridiculous amount of power. Now producing 7,000 megawatts. Why are they turning on? Because they're stopping because it's overflow. Yeah, I'm gonna BRB. I'll be back in. Yeah, gonna make a cup of tea. I am back. Okay. We now have our power at a standstill. Not because of any, well, I say any oversight on our part. It is an oversight. It isn't an oversight. We just haven't hooked up the disposal mechanisms yet. Not that there's really much. Well, we're going to move it, transport it all over back to our main factory so we can process it, turn it into rubber and plastic, because then it allows us to use that if we need it. The question is with all this, how many stations should we have? We can always just hook it up to 1. And then we can always, or 2. And then we can always expand it when needed. So let's go. Great platform. Here. Here. And simply what we'll do, we'll have Mark III conveyor belt. The endpoint. A Mark III conveyor. One, 2. Like that. Then we run this one. It's been weird, so we just do something like that. Then we grab you. Straight as can be. We just want to grab this. Maybe then just put it both here. There you go. I really think we should add overflow system. We should probably have an overflow system just in case. So let me just raise some foundations here. Smart splitters. How much smart splitters can I make? Yeah. We don't have AI limiters. We need to grab, make 2 of these. Then that's all we'll need. Everything start getting these hooked up. Gum core. These really shouldn't overfill. Being able to work due to fatigue is heavily frowned upon. Yikes. Fix it. Well, we know what fix it's like, so it's not really that surprising, is it? When you really think of fix it and all their shenanigans. I bet you they're very ashamed. They put a lot of pressure on you. Build, and if you don't do it, oh, you'll reach the chopping block. So we want left to be, right to be any, whereas right output any, and then center will be overflow. Overflow. Now we just want to put one in here. Like that. And then maybe into... Then I have to transport it. Maybe into a resource sink. Where can we space it into sink? One here. And sink here. Move it into there. Move it into there. There's no way that's full. What's going on? Oh, I haven't set the system, have I? So, any left, middle, overflow. There you go. Then, both of these then just around this corner. Over the tracks. Three, four. Also make sure these are actually placed in the right position. But they weren't. 1, 2, 3, 4. And then like that. Like this. And like that. And also with that, let's just get the power line in. This and that. And you guys connect to these two. In theory, this overflow system should never ever activate. But it's there simply in the unlikely case it does happen. It's there so we can prevent it tripping our entire power system. Now in theory, looking at this, it should now all be powered up. Up to you. And you guys there aren't. Why? Oh, because these guys are still backlogged. They're all... It should in theory sort itself out, but they're all backlogged, isn't it? Let me go help unload some of these. Like this. Grab. 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 There you go. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. There you go. Actually then, is that all up and running? Wait a minute. You're not connected. Oh, no wonder that's overflowing. It's not connected to the output. Whoops. How did I manage that? Put 3 up this way. Somehow I forgot to hook you up. Sorry about that too. Hope you can get over it. Like this. Just quickly disconnect you. Bridge it like that. Into here. Into here. Do that. There we go. And just like that, it should all be online. They should never all back up. Shouldn't, at least. So we do need to do the same thing I did for this side. I do on the other side, just remove everything out of there. It's the backlog, and although it can run, technically they're outputting a lot more than they would normally do, which is why they're struggling, especially with further back ones as they can get. There we go, yeah, rid of that. Rid of that. Rid of that. Rid of that. There you go. That shouldn't allow you to run at full efficiency. It should be physically impossible for you to not accidentally, but for you to trip your cells now. That's good. There you go. Should be able to trip your cells. That's weird. Why do they keep tripping? If that's tripping, what's going to not exactly easily power this off, can I? What's happening? They're unpowering themselves. My guess is this water, the pressure inside the pipes are causing issues. Why are you going? Not enough fuel. Well, that shouldn't be right. One to you, which produces 40, 40 at 40 is 80. Then it uses 20, 40, 60, 80. But at the same time, they should all be running. Oh, we're not. Our input being problematic. Why are our inputs being problematic? Blow it 35 minutes. 12 per minute. No, they should be marking. That is weird. That shouldn't be happening. They should have max flow rates. They should. Why are their flow rates struggling? Flow rates 14. But then you're full of oil, which is down here. Discard. You're full of oil. You're full of oil. You're full of oil. Yep, that's working fine. You should be full of oil. Yeah. You should be full of oil. All these are fine because these are full of oil because they backed up when these were turned off and filled them all up. Yep, okay. So why is that not the case for these? Not enough oil, not enough oil, not enough oil, not enough oil. Plenty of oil. Enough oil, enough oil. Plenty of oil, plenty of oil, plenty of oil, plenty of oil. Why is... Oh, I bet you've got my... one of these mixed up, haven't I? So it's this one, the one that has 240. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Top left. Let's go follow this line and see what's happening. But before I do that, let me go grab my power shards. So, if by some mistake I've gotten my input incorrect, I can just boost it up to the input it needs. There you go. So this pipe wrong, yeah. Okay, this one, let's follow this pipe. See what's wrong with it. Because clearly there is something wrong with it. But what that thing is, we don't know. Stupid bloody wildlife. Get out of here. And this one comes over here. There's the top one here. Okay, it seems to be evening. I wonder if it's simply a output issue. No, as yet. Now this is now full of oil. Okay, if I had to guess here of what's going on, I'd imagine it's just struggling. It doesn't have the pressure to push it all the way. Because over here, full of oil, yeah. I think what's happening is running out of pressure. Doesn't have enough head lift. Ah. It also only has 60. That would also be why it's struggling. Top right. Why did I say 240? That's 120. This is top. This is left middle. Left middle, correct? Is this one I got? Is this the good one? So bottom left. That was top right, sorry. Top right 240. This doesn't even output what? Oh, that's 60. How have I got that so messed up? How about 60? Oh, something's gone severely wrong here. This is definitely, yeah. So one of these are overdrawing, isn't it? Because I feel like we've got a pure. Let me scan. Pure, yeah. Oh, we don't have the pure mark. We incorrectly marked the pure. Okay. That's what's happened. The pure is this one. Right? Yeah. Which one's this? We might just have to switch you out. Yeah, we'll just have to switch you. Because there's probably one that's just been... This is just going to a single one, which is overproducing massively. Oh, yes. Okay, what's happened? You're powering this one, you're powering that one. What I'm gonna do, if I just do... Disconnect you, just do into you. Disconnect you. Put you into you, and disconnect you and put you into you. Okay, so this now has 240 in it. This line now has 240, whereas this one only has 60. Let's go double check these are all. But how much this one uses. Yeah, okay, that was only, yeah, okay, that should fix the problem. Now that this should all have a lot more oil coming in. We just give it a second. It's already starting to come faster. No, that's using this one. Yeah, starting to come in faster. That's starting to come in faster. Starting to. Okay, let me think about designing this place. How should we have this place looking? Got this. We don't have silica, and we're more or less. We don't have any silica over here. We can't use windows. That's fine. I wouldn't mind that being windowed anyway. Maybe for this one? No, this one. Here, I think we have. We zoop it up by X amount, then we have by X amount. Perfect. Maybe we could have something like that. And I guess how much up is that? 1, 2, 3, 4. Like that. And like that. And then something like that. You like that? But I do think it needs a little extra, like here we should do something like that. That and like that. And like that works. We have that left over. Like that. Like that. How about that? How does that look? But then a bit flat, it looks alright. I do think like middle here kind of needs two supporting pillars to make sense. Maybe we add one there. Like that. Then put something in like that. And then put something like that. Is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Is 5 what we want here? One up. That was there. I guess getting videoed. Please cut it out. I was getting very old very quickly. And we can just import that. And that acts as a nice thing there. Oh, plant the water. Get out the water, please. There you go. Go. Maybe then we have this vertical ramp here. Vertical ramp here. That like that. Go. Well, do you want to change that slightly? Add single foundation there, single foundation there. Inverted there, inverted there. And a 5 there, and a 4 there. Yeah, looks nice. Probably not my prettiest thing, but it definitely isn't hideous. That is definitely not hideous. That's something. And that's a win in my books. Like that. 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 And it just makes a start and getting this decorated. Yeah. And it's very nicely decorated. And we can also nice windows all along the front here. I do need to overhang this by 1. Yeah, expand this out by 1 more. go. Like that. Like that. Yeah, it's come together very nicely. There we go. There we go. Next off would be to get this hooked up because these are filling up. And all this. Like that. These will come in handy. Just in case it does overflow. But we will need to go get a train line working first. That's the important bit. Once we get back, we need to go grab a bunch of computers so I can add signals for all the stops. That way, trains can start getting back to and from there without any issues. Then we're just gonna load it up and use it for crafting in a factory. We'd probably do like a 50-50. We use some for rubber, some for whatnot. One for plastic. I also need to decide which one we hook it up to. Which line do we hook it up? And also, this one can be careful because it's going to be a what's 2D1. It's going to be a loop because it comes in. Which means the way it comes in here, it's going to either have to be a double track for back and forward, or it's going to have a turn around here. We have a line coming down here. Let's copy this, put that, and that. Then let's just build this line all the way down. And I didn't grab the computers, which I do need to grab. Now this is where the issue comes into. How do we connect it up? That's the fun bit. That's the very fun bit. It's like there. That. Like that. There you go. And yeah, keep going. So over here, my computers should be kept in here somewhere. Computers. Oh, please don't tell me they were in the one I deleted. Oh, there are 50 there. Is that all I got? I know I had hundreds. Yeah, that's all I got. Okay. 50 should be enough. I hope. I really hope it should be enough. I'd imagine it would be. There you go. There you go. Now we need to get this line in. Things here, let's go 1, 2, and 3. Go to the block sign. We'll do first, we want a path sign going this way, to the entrance. And we want 2 block signs right to the exits. Down there. Oh, he comes in. It only needs to go. That's the down line, we don't need that one. So it's just a block this way. Another path one here. Why? What's wrong? Single loops into itself. What does that mean? Hey train, let me just figure what's going on here, bud, and then you'll be on your way. What's going on? This, that block signal, path signal, block signal. It should just signal loops into itself. Just start going now. How does these work? This is getting very complicated. Okay. So we want this one to go let's go this way. And this is orange way. What's this? Block signal there. What's wrong with this block signal? Signal loops into itself. Maybe we just need to knock it back a bit further. Like that. This is okay. The signal needs to be a little bit... So if I were to just, let's say, delete those, delete this, and build as small as track as possible. Yeah, and then using there, we're to build a block signal there. Now this works. Why does it say clear both? Okay, yeah. If we were to then, let's see, replace this for a path signal. What happens? Path cannot contain stations. So that means we'd have to also put one here. Signal there. Yes. Oh yeah. I think it works. Waiting for path restriction. Pocket clear. That full. That doesn't need to be that. Nope, nothing comes this way. Except this. Log signal at the exits. Passing here. Okay, let's wait. We'll set up this next one, and while we set up this next one, we'll see if it has any issues. Turns too sharply. Like that. Like that, and then I'll sneak one there. This goes there. Comes in from that way. Maybe we should make this a full-size tree. Oh, that's wrong. Okay, that's done it wrong. This one is a... This is the inline, which means... 5 on the left, yeah. It means this is a path block. Up here. it here. Put there. Block there. Right here is the entrance. Except this is passing this way. Wrong way. After this and blocks signal coming in. What's going on here? Then loops onto itself, and loops onto itself, and then we want what? Path signal. This would be a block signal. This should be a signal. No, okay, it's just jumbled mess. Let me just remove these. Then we just put a block signal. This is incoming, incoming. Outgoing. Block it clear. Maybe then we just have one right here as a DU. There's my coal train. Okay, so let's way back. See if this fixes it. This should only have turn left. It doesn't really make sense if there's a turn option here. Because there shouldn't be, because it doesn't matter. Always turn this way. You coming down here can then turn here, which doesn't matter because you should be turning into this way. Which means realistically this would be a lock signal. That way. That's not what I wanted to do. Your block signal this way. We've got it placing it backwards, that's what I'm doing. Block signal there. What's wrong with that? It's all the same route. We want a block signal there. Oh. Oh, that works perfectly fine. Oh. Again, we don't need that line because it's never going to go that way, is it? Why build something we're not going to use? It's not going to go that way ever. But if it does eventually need to go that way, we can change it to be able to do it. Yes, okay. Also, I'm going to have to go BRB in a minute. It turns too sharply. Okay. Turn this back. Maybe just then. We've got that bit, I think. Yeah, be right back. And I am back. Oh, Streambot. I love bots. They're bloody annoying. What can you do about it though? I don't know. Okay, so it kind of fits, but also I can't get this. I really cannot get this to flip nicely. Just so we can line this up nicely, hopefully. Maybe I can do it there. It is awfully sharp. Maybe if I bring this down a bit. Nope, didn't work there. This. There you go. All connect up nicely. Should do me just. There we go. Like that. Want to. Oops. And we just shoot up here. Like that. And like that. There you go. Nice. That works. Okay, we gotta change this though. I want this. All signal entries. Ah, but yeah, this is where it gets a problem though, isn't it? So that's one way in. We technically need two ways. Stop any funny business. Any funny business, we need two. So let's just stick. Like that. Also one like that. Yeah, should work, and then we can then have they can both connect up. They just need to connect up correctly. Maybe if we just then you because how does a single... Oh, we've got a single here. What am I on about? Oh, yeah, but it's not a loop single, is it? It's both an entrance and an exit. So maybe if I just remove this, let's just test this for a moment. Okay, let me put... You want a block signal here, where... Here, here, then go to this one. That means this one should work, right? Goes here, and changes here. What's the issue with this? Signal loops into itself. Ah, because of this. This is both a block signal path signal can't be that way, it has to be this way. Oh, I guess we've gone the wrong way again. Needs to be that way. What's wrong with this? Loops into itself, and then the exit needs to be there. In theory now, if we were going that wouldn't, would it? We also need another joint way in. But this one also needs to go around. You kidding me? Bloody wildlife. It also needed to come round. This is the up signal. Rid of that. Rid of that. And there we want happening sharply. How is that too sharply? It's more or less a straight bloody line. That doesn't seem sharply at all. Well, that's too sharp. There's literally no switching there whatsoever. So bloody sensitive. Those two short. Would it be better to have you come down here and then loop onto this track? Yeah, that track go that way. Maybe it'd be better to have this a joint track. It comes down onto this one, down to this one, and around. Might be for the best, I think, because this isn't working. Well, not very well, at least.
Witness a single strand of the tapestry.
I don't think I will strand the tapestry. I much rather build my trains, you know what I mean? I'm now talking to the orbs. I must be losing it. Though these tracks make me feel like losing it. They're so bloody irritating. Go. And this comes in here, okay. Now you've got 2 lines onto one. I want to put a block signal this way. Simply means if there's a train in this purple route, it will not go through. We just place him in. Oh, I don't want you on this way. Just so desperate for me to place it there for. That's the wrong type of signal. There. What's wrong with this? Loops into itself? How does it loop into itself? Okay. Then for some reason I can't. Next nearest one I can place is all the way down there. Blocks has conflicting entries. Time. There. So if there's a train come down here, he's fine. But if there's someone in here, this then turns to red. Let me just retest it. So here, this, go through here, then turns to red. Means you, red, right? Yep, you won't allow anything through. Pathing signal kind of done, I think. Kind of, I think gotta drop this. Okay, so we got despite having you go for there and go now, you guys join up that route, but you need to go on that route. This now means who's part of who and what's part of what. Okay. This is turn whatever way it wants. He has no reason to turn that way, you only have a reason to turn that way. Except I've kind of just broke what I wanted to do. Okay. What I want to do actually is just knock this back even further. This is just connecting too close to the junction. It's meant to share a connection to give me room to work with. Except it wouldn't work because we need it in both directions. So that's a two-way track. This one's going to be coming in and out. Maybe I need to think of designing a junction here. Maybe that's what I need to design. A simple junction. Because we got two inputs with this line, which is in through a two-way, and this is just a one-way. So to get this to connect up properly, maybe we build a input here. We build an intersection. I think we need an intersection. Yeah, I think it's a good spot. Yeah, it does. Intersection time, right. How does that seem? That seems like a good idea. There. Like that. That. First off, get our lines in. These are two independent lines. Two separate independent lines. Individual of each other. Okay. Dismantle these because they don't have any importance. Now, dismember you. That. There you go, like that and that. And with this being the case, you to you, and connect you to you. We run you down here. You to you. You. Take out all these. That way you keep going without issue. Okay, so first off you need upline, which access to the upline, which is this one, which is done wrong. This and this one is meant to be just up here. Meant to be lined up to there. So this line connects to this line. And this line connects to this line. That's the first one done. It means you can go that way or that way. So you don't technically need to do that, do you? Because you never need to go that way. That need to go that way, and you only ever need to go that way. This is that because you, which is this track, only ever needs to go that way. But you will need to hook up to here. You on the other hand never will, because you only loop. You then join to you, and you join to you. This leads us to this junction, which is a bit messy, but it works. So, this is where things get confusing. Half signal at the entrance. This one. This way. Left means you go this way. Sorry. Yeah, after so. It goes this way and then down. This is an exit. Block signal. We want a box and have a block signal here. So if I just go like that, let me place that one. block signal that way. Next, this is an input here. This needs to be a input there. This is white, and this is here. This is an exit, which means block signal there. This is an entry point. There's a path signal there. What this means, pathway goes down here. What's that? That's a block signal. We just put my block signal there, but we actually want a path signal there. If we move that, move that one. How this works, so a train can come through here, through there. Depends which way it needs to go. They can come through here and turn that way if needed, or then go straight ahead. This line, which is the core line, can go there and up that way. This line can then go that line and get back there. Seems to work. Nothing is shouting at me. Waiting for path realization. Cool. The issues can be now hooking this up. Obviously now I haven't built it. It hasn't been built purely with connection in mind. So let me just run. What was that? Living crest, you stink, dog. Very bloody gassy, aren't you? Maybe one more? Very gassy dog he is. It bloody stinks. There we go. With, you know, a nice sharp line. Something like that. That also means this is obsolete. And that we don't need those anymore. Then isn't obsolete is that we gotta move this. This. With this then connect it there. Also connect up here. Let me give it a find this because this constant going off is getting annoying. Thank you.
Time for a new melody.
Yes, actually, this might be a strange question, but it could give me invaluable insight. What, according to you, is the shape of our universe?
It is a donut within a void within a donut within a void within a donut within the shallows, which is a ball of string wrapped around itself to contain the infinite deep within the inside-out string with windows and doors and a limitless body subdividing to the one resonance.
I should have waited with this question.
I should have waited. Look at that. Yep, you definitely should have, Ada. That would have been smart. Too greedy for knowledge. Now I've got to get this all hooked up and looking nice. Which could be easier said than done. Saying that, all things considered, that's not a bad turn. That's only deformity it gets. How well this route will actually work, mind you, I don't know. I really don't have a clue how well this is going to run. In reality, I don't know. Hopefully well enough that it doesn't break anything. That would be ideal. That'll work. Connect that up here. Connect that with this one. There we go. That seems like it should work. I don't like this corner here. It's too very too much this way. That doesn't help my issue, and if anything, this makes it look worse because it's more wiggly woggly. Like that. Well, that's fine. Let's disconnect that. Number 2, does it work? Nope, something's broke. What's broken? What's wrong? Signal loops on itself. Okay, I didn't mean to do that. Someone lock signal, transport this. Signal placed here. Also, is it a signal? It loops into itself. What do you mean? So this is a signal. Entrance down. Does that count as an entrance? Yeah, I suppose it does, yeah. Entrance goes to the exit. Is there anything coming up here? Entrance. Guess it's also classed as an exit. But this wasn't an issue a minute ago and you were fine. Oh, because me guess this is unconnected. Yes. That is an issue. Anything now? It becomes an issue because it's both signals will be placed here. Because it becomes both an exit block signal in that way. Doesn't work. Block signal coming in. It works, but what's wrong with you then? Block has no exit signal. Just that one, but then it's just it also becomes a problem. It's not gonna work. We might have to put the block signal this way. So that it becomes its own track. And this jumps over here. Also becomes a block signal. No, but then it loops myself, right? Yeah. There. Move this, move this. Then the whole point of this one would be... Okay then. We just then redesign this entire junction again. The only difference in mind is the fact that this and this are block signals. No, this actually is block signal there, but there. Block signal there. Bonk. Loop signal loops into itself. Like that. And then obviously you, which are going out, can go into that. Go into that one. Too sharp, that's weird. They should be able to make that. 1, 2. 1, 2. Because the air this would be the up track, right? Yeah, because this would be the up track. Delete that. You into you. And this one onto this one. We could also have it like that if we wanted to, but there's not really much point. It looks nicer, but then this one will never. That will never. Nothing will ever go down there. Nothing will ever go down there, but I guess it looks nicer. Okay, so with that, we have a path signal. Look at that, we have a path signal. here. And here. Then an exit signal this way. That's all there. And you connect up there. And you connect up there. You there. You connect up there. And we also got the throughput. That. What is wrong with this now? Signal loops into itself. Maybe you just also need to be a block. Our signal here. Lock signal there. Loops into itself. I don't see how it loops into itself though. Let me see. The path signal, this is input. That's the exit sign. That's exit sign. This is input, which comes into here. This is exit sign. It's exit sign. How is it looping? I don't understand the understand. What if I move this? Fix any issues? None of you break. Because it doesn't change anything here, does it? No, because all it means is that you... Let me line this up a bit better. Move that one. Just because that means this junction is clear. Maybe if I just remove these. That doesn't work at all, does it? No. Definitely block signal there. Definitely path signal there. This path signal, not block signal here. And this one is definitely a path signal there. Wait, now I've managed to break it. Okay, I go to these ones. Then you have a path signal. Put the path signal in there. Runs to there. Let's see what happens if you come through here. You come through here, no problem. Where you get problems is this one. Because you just don't know what to do. This is in output. This is a block signal. signal there. And this one is also block signal there. And this one path signal. There. Loop signal onto it. And this means it comes into here. And this has a block signal. And this way, the block signal facing this way. This way it has a passing going this way, runs into a block signal. This one runs here into a block signal. How is it looping on itself? Loops into itself. I don't understand what you mean by that. How is it looping in on itself? I don't understand. Switch back here. I don't understand what's bloody going on here. I just delete both of those. There you go. Yeah. Let me go ride a train down this track, which is the way it should be going. Let's try to go hook this up, this intersection, to see if whether or not it's a, to see if we can find out what's causing the issues. Is it me not understanding the junction, or is it something else? Okay, stop. Yeah, okay. This is path and blocks. Path goes in this way. And then blocks that way. And blocks that way. This comes in this way. That blocks that way. Goes it that way. And again, it won't work. Loops into itself. Blocks goes forward. There's a block there. Goes that way. Blocks. Goes there. Blocks. That should actually be a pathway. Okay, see if you can find a video. I'm a bit confused here. As far as what I've learned, that should work. How? Yeah. That is factory. Train. Train teaching. How to build, that seems. Let's see what this says. 11 months old. Okay. How do they explain it? Because from what I understand, it should work. Mm-hmm. Okay. Yes. Yep, I did that. Uh-huh. Mm-hmm. Okay. Okay, that didn't really help me. The only thing I know, the only thing that he did differently from what I've done, there's only one small difference. I need to expand these though. Is have, okay, let me just see now. It's left-hand drive. Left hand here, we go that way. Forward. Left hand drive here, we can go right. We'll continue on left. Yeah, okay, that's right here. We'll be coming up this way, so we can go from there, left, and go from there, left. So this works. And then we have the entry point, which is this one. Entry point there. So it means block that entry. So block, yeah. The only teeny weeny little difference he has is some things before this, which does pretty much tell me everything I need to know. This is not a problem of design. It's not a problem. It's not a problem because of what's going on down there. It's a problem because the game's making it a problem. Why it's a problem, I don't know. Okay, just that way. Yeah. What's happening here? Loops onto itself. What does the comment say? The fourth on the edge of the foundation, we shall need to build. Go for the vision now. This the only visual really help and stand. You can, yep, not helpful. Yeah, I'm doing some every single time now. Hoping I think it doesn't work. Okay, so I'm not the only one that's having issues here. Okay. block signals are the terminal trains are unable to move against. Okay, let me see, what does the wiki say about it? Is fine. Signals. Train signals, what does it say here? Instruction, blah blah blah. Uses blocks. Blocks divide the track into blocks, which is a section of track bound by other signals. Blocks have at least one entry signal as well as at least one exit, which will be next to the block's entry signal. Blocks on a linear track will only have one entry and one exit, but branches will have multiple exit signals. Merges will have multiple entry signals. More complex intersections can have multiple entries and multiple exit signals. All entry signals for a block have to be of the same type. Either all path or block. Wing. What this is input. Let me just dismantle all of these and try again. This is an input. So this line has an input here. Means here. That. And this line goes through here. This is the exit sign. This goes this way. This way. And this one goes this way. Wrong one. Yeah. How come that worked, but none of the others worked? Let me guess, it loops on itself. Waiting for average, that's right. Loops into itself. Loops into itself. Yep. Okay, again, it doesn't work. A block which contains any part of a train continues to be occupied, otherwise it's vacant. Rails. Yep. Signal and blocks. A block signal will be red if the block beyond the signals are occupied, otherwise it's green. Automated trains will automatically stop at red signals, but platinum trains are free to ignore signals. The peril, there's no sort of automatic brake. A signal will not. A block signal will not look ahead to the block ahead of its own. Check whether it's occupied or not. However, automated trains can look beyond next signal and slow down accordingly. Additionally, any other block signals protecting a block with multiple entrances turn red before an approaching train enters the block. This approaching train is going so fast that it cannot stop before passing a signal. Keep in mind that there's only some blocks that have multiple entrances. This feature helps prevent collisions caused by two trains approaching the same block at the same time. It does not have the chain signals, and there is no way to set up a block signal that changes state based on any blocks other than its own, except specific mentioned. However, for many of the problems that change signals typically solved in other games, path signal provides a similar elegant solution. Note: block signals shouldn't be used for blocks where tracks merge from multiple entrances. Due to a bug, see below. Multiple trains might be able to enter and collide even if just not properly done. The train collision can occur seemingly. A train can be made to loop into itself with one block, much like a snake. More than one entry signal may turn green once a block is freed. This allows multiple trains entries simultaneously if the paths across them may collide. Okay, new solution. Let me try this way. Is that there? That way I can place in drop signal there. Glad I built the overflow system, because that would have been, if it wasn't for, I would have lost my power production because I spent so long getting this set up. Walk that way, and put a path like that. That. Then this one here. This is the output, so drop signal there, and then input there. Aha, fixed it. No, I didn't. Well, that fixed it, but that doesn't. That's fine. Okay, that. Why does this now magically work? What did I do differently here? Well, other than I kept it a little distance. Okay, maybe it's still keeping. Okay, let me. Okay, if I think I got a solution, let me just. Let's see if it works on the other one. I know that one's flashing because there's nowhere for it to go. Let's give this a go. I'll change stack there. Oh, why? Oh yeah, because I'll do. Delete you, delete you, delete you. Occupied, delete you. Once you pass through. Cool. Technically can't continue because it's blocked. Bit of that. which now means the only or here's these ones, and that's all this should be. There shouldn't be more. Okay. This will become a tad problematic because it's soaked. Yes, I know. I gotta drink water. I do drink plenty of water, so don't you worry. This is the output. So we want our bloody path signal right. And an input here, so we want a black signal. Next off, use the output. And let's put a block signal there. Now we'll put a block signal here. That way it creates a snap point for this. That doesn't work, but it means we can put in block. There we go. Path signal in. Ooh. Okay. It seems to be working. So if we now were to hook on, let's say, a train here. No, enough rubber for that, but a train here. Let's tell you to go. Well, which one is here? This line. Save. You will do it. Yes, you could. Okay. How far is the... Yeah, you got a while for that. And self-drive. Stop, free car. Let's just add 2D on it. Okay, let's give this a go. Now this one should also work. Nice. I cannot get rid of this. We don't need any of that anymore. There. That was not meant to happen. Why did that happen? You just didn't turn? Maybe it's because you got no signals here. Let's just say it's that and hope I'm right. There. We stick a top signal there. And a block signal can go over here. That also mean I want the signal here. Go to that. Right here we want block signal that one. And signal this way. And that one will flash because it's not. There's again. Signaling problem. Oh, it's because it's flipped this way. This says it's a signaling problem, but it's not. Oh, this says it's fine. Waiting for reservation. And this says it's also fine. And this says it's... It says it's a problem, but I can't see that as a problem. Maybe if we just delete and replace it. Never move at all. Goodness sake, why won't you move at all now? Should... Oh, I might actually know why. Because it's gonna... We haven't built a turnaround, which it needs to face the right way. Okay, but this is taking me a lot longer than I thought it would. Yeah. Train station. Oil. Right. I'm glad we got that overflow in place. But for some reason I couldn't dock it there, which is weird. Well, that's not really about that. It's very confusing. here. Weight platform. Weight platform. Get rid of this. Firstly, wrong way. Weight platform, weight platform. Something like that. Like that. That. Why now is this one having so much trouble? This game, these tracks are really starting to do my head in. 1 second is fine and it works, and 1 second, nope, can't do it. It's a tiny circle, so how come? Okay, that comes right. Okay, so how come that is fine and has no issues, but yet over here when I try to do it, it has issues? So we have it right up the edge. That. Okay. Then that one won't connect. And if I use this one, I'll connect there. Oh, finally. Now it should. It should just loop me around. Dark. And on self-drive. After it's finished docking, which obviously doesn't. This is powered, right? Signaling problem. Oh, goodness sake. Signaling problem, but what is the signaling problem? I don't understand. Wait a minute, this is the down. I'm on the wrong. I'm on the wrong. Yeah. To hook up, I can get the input done, but proving to be problematic. I need this one to go. See no problem. And off there you go. Yeah, this is getting really confusing. There's a signaling problem somewhere. My bet it isn't this junction, it's the junction afterwards. My bet is just not working. I don't know why. It's getting very bloody confusing. Because as far as I'm aware, I can't see why it wouldn't work. The only issue we have is flashing sign, which is flashing Y. There's no extra signal. Okay, there's clock signal. That's the end of track. What's wrong with this block signal? Does that fix this, or is this still going to come up with signaling error? Yeah. Signaling problem. You know, I have one way to fix this. Because there's only one train on there. Just don't worry about it. There's only the one train on this route, so it, out for now at least. Okay, and now it. Excuse me? Excuse me. Why? Okay, we're gonna go. Need to go to the factory. What? Now I'm even more confused. It reckons it needs to go head on. But it can go head on. Okay, this is good. It's really bloody confusing. There's no reason for it to go down that track, so why would it? There it is. I'll have to do a bit of research here because there's something has gone kind of very wrong, I think. Okay, well, we're gonna end it there for today. I think it's a good place. I am very befuddled what's happening with these trains. I don't get it. It just, I can't make head or tails of it. It's trying to go at an intersection, it's trying to go straight. Despite the fact it's down here, I don't get that because it's trying to go down the dead end. And then when I'm all telling it to start down here, it's trying to go back up. So something has broke very badly. I might have to rip up this dock and put it back in. Maybe there's something wrong there. I don't know. I might try to get this working off camera. I'll see what to do because this is again really, really confusing. Anyway, thank you for watching. I hope you enjoyed it. Please consider following and subscribing. It'd be greatly appreciated. If you have done so already, thank you. And it's greatly appreciated. That's all for today. We'll be live again tomorrow with Doki Doki Emerald Eyes or Green Eyes. Something like that. You can find that over my Discord server. It's all up to date there. Anyway, thank you for watching and I'll see you tomorrow. Goodbye.